After Putin's death, in which direction will Russia go? Where will this world go? What I want to tell everyone is that Russia after Putin's death will very likely enter a state of war and chaos, and even eventually be dismembered. We do not rule out the possibility that someone could replace Putin to improve relations with Europe and the US, and certainly stay away from communist China and the CCP. But regardless of which of these two scenarios occurs, whether it's a new representative who is pro-Europe and pro-America, or a complete financial and territorial dissolution, both will be a huge disaster for the Chinese people. Because everything about Russia will affect China internally and the safety and well-being of the Chinese people. The second point that we need to talk about is the relationship between the US and Russia after Putin's death. After Putin's death, for the relationship between Russia and the US, I firmly believe the US will definitely have to clean up the mess. Otherwise, Russia's nuclear weapons will pose a huge threat to both the US and Europe. Therefore, the future politics and order of Russia under the leadership of the US will definitely not be beneficial to China. But this will be a good thing for the Chinese people. The third point is Europe. What is the relationship between Europe and Russia after Putin's death? I believe it's a major challenge for Europe because Russia's energy and natural gas are important resources that Europe depends on. The entire Europe will enter into instability after Putin's death. The entire Central Asia and Central Eastern Europe will see a lot of turmoil, even local wars, because of Putin's death. For the entire European Union, it will be good economically in the long run, but in the short term, it will have huge fluctuations and uncertainties. This can be frightening, especially having refugees from Russia. The fourth point is that after Putin's death, who will China ally with? Will China cooperate with the new Russian regime under the future leadership of the US and Europe? Will they cooperate with China? Will the new regime accept Xi Jinping's past relationship with Putin? If China is in a state of war, what can China do? You can't do much, right? So, the Russia-China relationship, based on two individuals, Putin and Xi, no matter which direction Russia chooses, will be disastrous for Mr. Xi Jinping and for the Chinese people.